Welcome back. We're heading up this road to the next land, the next area. I didn't expect these guys to appear in front of me as I was doing my introduction. That's really thrown me off. Okay, let's take these guys out. What? This is a pain. Why can't this Zoogle stand still?
All right.
Perhaps it's time I deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands. Okay. I've got to change it so I go over to him first. Dohalim's boost attack. Grows vines from the ground to ensnare enemies and strike them. Effective on fleet-footed enemies, this nullifies their evasive abilities and downs them. I was sure I changed it though. I really was.
There's nowhere to run from my arts.
When he slows down, that's our chance.
Leave the agile ones to me.
Alright, so I want to go over to you.
Come and get it.
Annihilation!
Air pressure.
Mega ray! Wind
On a roll now. Can't get out of this.
Alright, so it needs to be next to them. Okay.
Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. Sealed!
In a bind.
Get on in there with the others!
Does it hurt? No further.
Light ass, blah blah blah.
Dohalim's boost attack. When fast enemies like wolves or monkeys appear, send in Dohalim. His boost attack will nullify their evasive abilities and abilities. Yeah, their evasive abilities and keep them from dodging attacks.
It's time. In a bind.
I'm out of ammo.
Not so fast. Resonate with the earth. Elusive deity. Tornado drop. Do you require help? Take this. In a bind. Begin. Does it hurt? I'll face you. Rip and tear. Can you take it? Now we're not. Oh! Now I'm real mad. No further. Resonate with the earth. Take the light.
Now.
Begin.
Freeze Lancer.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Now what? Wait, well, hold on. The one thing I want to take away from that is he mentioned, like, the Renans don't have relics from their past. Almost like they don't have one. So, what does that mean? I really do think it's like they're just they're an offshoot of Dahnans, aren't they? So how did they get up to another planet or moon or whatever it is? How did they get there? What's going on with that? Like it just feeds into the idea of they are an offshoot. probably of the mages. Anyway, Crocodile Crusher. Ages ago, this worn-down hammer was used to beat down crocodiles. Artifacts confer special effects simply by having them, some of which serve as bonuses that can be enjoyed after clearing the game. You can toggle each of these effects on or off from the artifact effect list. It's not lost on me that it was Pac-Man, by the way. You can now set 6 additional arts. Ooh. Press triangle on the art screen to switch between panels. Arts that are set to the second panel can be executed by pressing L2 in either triangle, square, or X. Okay. Treasure Hunter. I'm actually thinking about, because of that second thing, I'm thinking about just sticking with Rinwell, to be honest. Increases normal attack limit, okay. Rod extension. Oh, we need to get more stuff for you.
That treasure. What a sweet sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
We can really make weapons with this?
That didn't seem appropriate for what was going on. Yeah, I'm thinking of staying as Rinwell now. And I was gonna go in here and be like, okay, how do I edit? I'd like, this thing. I changed him in from Alphen, but it is very much a case of like I didn't do that. So I'm actually going to stay as Rinwell because of that extra ability there. Because it's like, hold on a minute. So we got switch set. Because we've got different things available. I need more stuff. It's like, hold on. The sharpness. We got concentrate. Concentrate might be a thing to go in with first. It's Swallow's Fight in there. Not that I really use that. Didn't we? Yeah, we got Tempest Whirl. Tempest Whirl, but it's, yeah, it's, I need more magic-y skills. I'm gonna still stick as Rinwell. Just, I don't know why, just something keeps putting me back to Rinwell in my mind. I like playing as her.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, the question is... Yeah, we'll go down here first then. See if we can find a chest or something. We can... Oh...
Ow!
They're surrounding us!
Carve through armor! Stalagmite!
Glacial Wrestling trying to keep up with a wolf!
Eagle
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you truly! Blah blah blah!
First strike!
Here I go!
Blah, blah, blah.
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Ready to go!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
Where are you going? Magic is am!
Jump to dust!
You get the gist! Air thrust!
Resonate with
One
the
more!
arcade!
One last one!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes!
I mean, this is probably one reason I'm okay sticking with other characters. It's like, we still get to see all their skills being shown off and everything.
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
It's not like we're missing anything, if that makes sense. It's just who I control in the battle itself. It's like we still see the big flashy skills. We still get to use their other abilities, like their major abilities and stuff like that. So I don't see a need to switch up which one I'm playing. Especially because I'll get really honed and good at playing Rinwell. Hopefully. Hopefully.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
Right, which way is the right way? Down here's the wrong way, so that's the wrong way, right way. Watch out. Leave that there for future me. But I do want the chest. Ah, I can't get around to activate it.
Discourteous, aren't you?
I'm like bait to them. Hear my call.
Can't get out of this!
Spread! Hey! It's a duel at the eye! Burning!
Shattering
Pieces! Attack time!
We've got flyers.
I've got this! Take that! Let a marksman handle it!
negative game!
All yours.
Water!
It's
Hear
time.
my call! Take that!
Not today.
You're going pretty hard in this battle.
I am not usually given to restraint.
Sometimes I believe you're stronger than you let on. Air thrust! You get the gist. Annihilation! Blah, blah, blah. Mega ray! Don't mind if I do. I'm on a roll Annihilation! Hit! One last one! Here I go! How's this? Go
You'll
get
find no mercy!
Raging Cascade!
On your knees.
Raging
An admirable display of force.
An admiral? I can't even swim.
Never mind.
We're thinning them out. We do it!
More like me.
I'll admit I'm impressed. Very slightly.
An admiral. What the hell are you on
That's what
about,
I like
mate?
to hear.
Stonewing
We
mantle.
got some good equipment.
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Watch out. That 3 is slowly coming down.
More Dahna ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed.
Oops.
If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
Well, is that the thing I was seeing over there? So I'm heading in the wrong direction, which is the right direction for me. Topiching. There was something I wanted to mention, but I can't remember what it was. Ah well, it'll come back to me if it's important. Oh, where are we going? Quite the Quite the change in atmosphere as well.
What's that big tower over there?
What I'm thinking is like, similar to Tales of Grace's F. Like, is it a roost? Is it the Warrior's Roost? Some kind of equivalent of
Not
it?
this way, I guess.
Not yet, anyway. But we have the equivalent of the Warrior's Roost in Vicente. Let's check the camp,
I
though.
think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Yeah, we know about the animals at the ranch. They're fully matured.
Everything's going pretty well so far.
Yeah. Anything? I don't think we did. Nope, we're good. Right, rest. Let's rest. Let's see, who have we not done? Not done you, darling.
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Kisara.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
Oh, but I want to hear those stories. No? Okay, I guess we'll go back to what we were doing.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay.
It's okay. Fine. It's not like I cared or anything.
Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I mean, I'm sure we'd spot it in this place. Not much else here, is there? I should really leave them for future me. Really should. Astronaut, like the ore, no. Because that comes back. I'm not sure about the other things. Can I? No. The map. You can see the map. It wouldn't allow me to jump off. Even though it makes sense. Break your legs, but it makes sense. Right. That's not what I want. That's what I want. There's a way down, there's a way down, there's a way down, there's a way down. There's loads of ways down. Get those peppers! Don't mind me, birdies. Just coming through. Phew. Hello. I came here looking for food and weapons, but it's nothing but Zoogles around here. Not that I have anything to worry about because of you now. Tempest Stone. Dodge him. I suppose there's a rock I could have got, but we'll leave it. Let's head back up. Is there no way to... Oh. Is there no way to go up faster? Yes! Yes, there is. Down we go! Oof. Felt that my stomach churned. Nothing special here. I've seen an owl.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
I mean, I see it, don't worry. This is pretty much in my head where the story is going is, out of everyone in the group, who's most likely sort of related to the Renans in some way, it's Rinwell, because it's going to be their descendants of the mages. It's going to be what it is. As for Alphen, I think he's something else. Not sure what though, but skit anyway.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Dahnan to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly! You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Law just looks like he's getting the hell out of there. He's like, nope, I'm gone. I'm not even sticking around for the conversation. Hello.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
That was nice of Alphen, though. He tried. You again.
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
Bloody hell.
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Mysterious swordsman.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Here's a healing art. Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Cover the caster.
1 through 3.
I'm on it! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Primed and ready. This one's mine. Not on my watch.
Die.
I'm trying not to die, thank you very much.
It's on! Burn in hell! Begin!
Do not expect to be thrown into a boss fight.
You get the gist. I'm on
Take this.
King Air Thrust is my way to go on him.
Ready and raring. Armor won't save you.
Dance in the wind.
Can you take it?
Here.
Eagle Fly.
Hey, all right. Hey, that.
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Crossblade.
Take this.
Denied. Air thrust. Magic is
It's on!
You get the gist. Take it.
Oh. Watch the camera, mate. Ooh, shit. Like a freaking heat action from Yakuza. No! Oh no, her spine! She needed that. Oh crap. Bloody hell.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
Why is he wincing in pain? Would be his left eye, wouldn't it?
Oh? A wretch like you?
Right in the master core.
Shionne!
Till next time.
What is going on with him?
Shionne, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shionne!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I.
Oh yeah, I suppose she could just heal herself, yeah.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shionne, we thought you were...
I'm fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shionne was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahna astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niaz, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shionne to rest.
With any luck.
Hey.
But we're going to use this as a place to end this part, and in the next part, we'll start off by viewing that skit down in the bottom right. So we shall see you then. Ta-da for now.